So I'm starting out with this matte white octagon sheet. It's a 12 by 12 for $2.57 that I got from Home Depot. You'll also need some alcohol. You'll need some Mod Podge. I'm using some matte Mod Podge. You'll need some painter's tape or masking tape will work. And you will also need some magnetic tape strips. I get these from Walmart. It's very inexpensive. And you will need some washi tape if you're going to do like a little design. I started out wanting to use that gold paint, but I didn't. I ended up using some black satin paint that I got from Target. And of course, you'll need all of your alcohol inks and a tiny little paintbrush you can use to make your little wispy dots. Don't forget some double-sided tape. And I'm using, this is optional, some gold flakes from Heidi Swapp. You're going to start out by separating how many ever magnets you want to do. I'm doing a set of 4. Don't forget to keep the little ones because you can do some tiny magnets with that as well. General purpose scissors worked well on these. I'm going to cover my surface with a towel and a plastic sheet because when I'm messing with alcohol inks, I don't want anything to mess up. Take your painter's tape and cut off or stripe off where you want your diagonal to be. You're going to do one side is going to be plain, the other side you're going to play with your alcohol ink. So I kind of did a diagonal pattern with the hexagon tiles on mine, but feel free to do whatever one you'd like. The next thing you're going to do is, of course, grab your alcohol inks. I am starting out with a little bit of blending solution. I got all of these from Michael's, and the colors I'm using are Pool, that's like a blue or aqua color, Citrus, which is a green color, and Pink Sherbet, which is that pink purple color. Really, really cute. And I am alternating. First I drop the blending solution so that the alcohol inks will merge and drip as I would like it to. And I am dropping them everywhere and intermittently using my heat tool to dry the spots and move the ink where I want it to go with the wind from the heat tool. So if I wanted the red or the pink to move up a little bit, I'm using my little blending tool to move it up a little bit. So you just want to play around with the colors, the intensity, and dry in between, you know, each of the drops. So the next thing I'm going to do is remove the painter's tape and add the washi tape in its place to get that separation. So now, after I've added my washi tape, I'm just going to add some double-sided tape. I'm using red line tape here around the perimeter of the tile so I can add some of these gold flakes. This is completely optional. You can leave it as is. You could paint the sides or you can paint it with the alcohol, but you can leave them there. I wanted to try this to see how it would look because I have these flakes and they're sitting here doing nothing, and they really look really nice. You can also use washi tape if you like. So I just added the double-sided tape, and then I took those gold flakes and meshed them in on the side, and later on I will add Mod Podge on there to seal them. So make sure you clean it all up really, really good if you're doing this technique, and then so that it can seal with the clear matte Mod Podge. And to finish off the front of this magnet, this galactic beautiful magnet, I am dabbing on some black satin paint with a paintbrush and a tiny bit of water to make like little splatters on top of the tile. So I love adding splatters. I think that just kind of brings everything all together with the alcohol inks. The next step is to go ahead and add the magnet to the back of the tile. I'm using some 1-inch double-sided tape. You can use red line tape, but you want to use an adhesive tape for these magnetic sheets. So I just covered the entire back side of that tile with some double-sided tape. And this, the tile perimeter is about 2 inches, so I just make sure I cover that whole piece completely. And then I directly put it on top of the magnetic sheet, making sure that I'm not putting it on the wrong side of the magnet. And then I cut off all the excess. So super easy process. Just go, it sticks immediately, and it just looks nice and crisp when you can do it this way. Now that that's done, I went ahead and finished the other 3 tiles. I added 1 coat of Mod Podge on all of them, ensuring that I covered the front and the sides. I let that sit overnight, and then once it all was prepared and all dried, I want to get it packaged up. So here they are, all done and dry and beautiful. Of course, it's been a couple days since I let that sit. They're all completed on the back. So now it's time to go ahead and wrap these up. What I did was measure out a piece of lightweight chipboard and to the dimensions of the 4 or how many ever towels you're doing, measure it out. I picked one of the prominent colors out of the alcohol inks, and I'm going to layer that chipboard with some cardstock. It's just 65-pound weight cardstock. I'm just going to cover the front and back. I added my homemade shimmer to the front to add to the effect of the shimmery and the galaxy of it all. I'll put the link for that tutorial down below in the description box. I'm putting repositionable adhesive dots on the back of my tiles, and I'm going to add it to my piece of purple cardboard, my backing, because I want it to be pretty, a pretty presentation. So if you're doing a craft fair, you can leave this as is. You don't have to do any extra flowers or lace because that will build into the cost of your product. So I would just cover the front and back up, or maybe don't cover the back up, but cover the front up for sure. Put it in a plastic bag and call it a day. But if you're giving it away to friends and family or coworker or neighbor and all that stuff, then I would go the extra mile and do like a little bit of extra packaging. So what I did was add a beautiful sequence mix that I had on hand, came from one of the swaps that I had. I added that sequence mix to the packaging so it can just add to the whole effect of everything. And then I'm going to go ahead and seal that up. So I just used the leftover piece of cardstock that I had from the base, and I just folded it over in half, cut it with my little crinkly scissors, and added it to the top. I'm using a little bit of lace with my ATG gun, my tape gun, and I'm adding some flowers from my stash to finish off the final little decorations. And then I found this cute little sentiment, not found, but I have some sentiments from the Dollar Tree with a little gold to add to the flowers that are on the packaging already. And I added that to the package, and that's it. I think it turned out absolutely gorgeous. I absolutely love the color combo. It does appease the eyes. So let me know if you guys will try this. This is a very versatile project. You can use it for craft fair, or you can use it as another inexpensive gift idea. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Be sure to like the video if you like it and leave a comment down below. All right, I will talk to you soon. Bye.